Hello, everybody. We're back. We're playing Myst again. I can't believe it. I managed to come home early enough to actually do a stream today again. So we don't have any breaks. Oh, but I think I should slightly resize how large the old game is in our little picture-in-picture. Alright, hello, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're having a great weekend. Whether you're off like me or whether you're actually working. Ooh, butterflies. And I hope you're looking forward to playing this game as much as I do. Or to continuing playing that game. So we've already used these two items on the island. We haven't used the rocket yet, but it has a cable going here and it doesn't open. So my guess would be that this is the next puzzle we can do. So let's look down there. Maybe also have a quick peek at the path down there with the old game. I'm trying to remember. I think this might be the music from the old game. Or maybe not. Okay, good. But anyway. So let's go down here. So this looks much less hewn out of the rock prettily and more dug at this spot, which is interesting change compared to the old game where it's basically these gray walls all the way down. And here's the same door. Yeah, reasonably similar. Bit more weird steampunky design compared to the buttons they had, which were more, well, almost aqua, I guess. As in Apple's aqua look. Hi Ada, how's it going? Okay. Nice little room with a fan, I appreciate. And apparently some big honking, I don't know, generators? 0, 0. What does this do? 10, 10. 17, 17. Oh, there's some lightning. Yeah, that definitely seems to be electricity. 25, 25. 41, 41. 46. Getting a lot of power. 47. 49. Ooh, and that went down again. On the right side only. Okay, I guess we broke the right side. Bad ending. Okay, I guess let's look how that looked in the old game just for a bit. So basically the same. Just a little more pixelated. And now it crashed again. Okay. So same behavior as we had. So let's, I mean, I'm slightly remembering how this puzzle goes, so I'm not quite as smart, but we remember that we went past here and found a few of these switches here. So, assuming those are fuses, maybe that will fix this. Ah, that sounds like we're having power. I wonder if the door now works, or if that's just an indicator that we switched the fuse. Oh wait, that was the wrong thing. I wanted this button. Okay, that still doesn't do anything. So my guess is we need to get enough power without blowing the fuse. Oh, and I did that in the picture-in-picture again. Well, I guess we can do it again. Oh, what's this behind the door? Power to ship. Alright, so the second one blew because it was the power to the ship. Is that in here as well? Did I miss that walking out? Ah, yeah, that's here as well. Though it's interesting that these are dials. And the others... Ah, it switched itself back to 10 apparently. Alright, let's see. How far can we get this? I think it was 47, and I think here it blew up. Let's switch that big again. So I'll just push this one for now. And I guess in the old game we'll do the same. Walk back up. Wait. I think... Yeah, we can walk behind here. That is hard to find in the original game. Because you can't just randomly walk, you have to find the way here. In the new game, on the other hand, it's easy to walk here. Okay. I think that should be good. Alright, so the door closed behind us and the mining music is there as well. Alright, so I think we might have to use this thing again. Yeah, this shows up here. I don't know, did it click into this? Well, I guess we'll see. We're in the old game. We're doing the tower rotation without audio. Oh. Guess it's still rotating the tower. Okay, this didn't really This should be red. So not sure if we'll see anything. Oh, it's connected to the ship. So probably what we need to do is do the ship. And apparently in the old game, we hadn't yet toggled the switch on the ship. Did I say the ship on the switch? I meant the switch on the ship. Alright. So... where is it? Here. It's still tower rotating, apparently. Alright. So now old game and new game should be about in the right state. Hello, new game? What's going on? Ah, I was still locked inside the tower rotation game. So let's open the bookshelf. In both worlds. And head through. And see if the ship shows anything. Well, we've definitely rotated. So let's see how this looks. Okay. Yeah, we see the spaceship down there. Still kind of feels... I mean, they pick good angles in the old game, of course, for their static viewpoint, but it just feels so much nicer in the new game. Okay, this shows us 54 volts as the key. Let's do a screenshot. And this shows 59. Whoops. Okay, I hope I'll be able to remember this. Non-randomized is 59. I think I'll leave the other one in the old location for now, the old game. Because we certainly want to... Oh, I forgot to watch how this looks, actually. Wait, let's close that again and try that. You still draw rockets like that. Yeah, it's kind of an archetype, isn't it? Oh, it just slides up here. Okay. Oh well, let's hope I remember 59 volts and go down and back in the old game as well. It's totally understandable that, you know, in the 3D game you can actually just rotate, and since you render the entire picture every frame, you know, it doesn't matter if you come out at 45-degree different. But in the so they can just rotate the tower around the elevator, and it's fine. In the old game, the elevator actually turns for a bit, so that now, if you look now, like you see now, it turns sideways by however far the tower has turned, and that way all the exits on the top floor are the same. You just don't see how this door opens in the old game. But that means, you know, they don't have to render a variant for every tower rotation of all the nodes that you come past. They just render different frames for the hint and the window, and all the rest is the same no matter how the towers rotate. Which, you know, it totally makes sense. You don't want to do unnecessary work for stuff that people are really not likely to see. So let's see, we are at 47. So what if we switch on this one? 46, 48. $46, $68. Well, I guess we can 65, 55, 57, 58. I have no idea. Let's switch each one on and see how much, what number they do. So this is 10. And this is 1. This is 2. And this is 7. This is 8. This is 22. This is 16. This seems to be 19. And this is 5. This is 9. Okay, I think I should have taken notes here. Okay, where are we? I guess it's time for MS Paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm not gonna show you this, I'm just gonna note down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not at all straight. I'm just drawing 5 boxes left and 5 boxes right. Okay, and now we need a text tool. And now the lower right is 9. And that one is 19. All right. This one is 22. And this one is 2. This will be, I don't know, this is probably like prime factors or something. This is 1. This is 10. All right. This is 7. Well, it can't be prime factors if 10 is involved, I think. Because 10 is not a prime number, but I don't know, something like that. 8. $16. And that one is 5. And we need 54. So let's see, the biggest numbers are 16, 19, and 22. So that is 57. Okay, and so now I need 2, which is in the upper right, and that would be 59. Problem is, we need 54 actually. So let's see, let's turn off 16 and 2. That's 41. And now 54. Well, 10 would make it 51. Whoops, not you. And now I need 3, and that's 1 and 2. So that's 54. And that should be the right amount, and we just need to unblow all the fuses again. Oh, sorry, I forgot to swap the picture-in-picture. All right. Okay, we've reconnected the fuse, it seems. So let's see. Yes. Okay. We've got some dials. And we have a piano. Okay. Alright, so I guess we're switching back to the old game now. And trying to get the 59. Which shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's just have a quick peek. So 16, 19, and 22. 19, 22. That's 57 plus 2 is 59. We didn't even blow the fuse this time. So let's go back up. And go back. Go to the spaceship as well. Yes. And again we have this weird thing. Okay, let's look at the new game for a moment. How does this look? Okay, it looks wider and things, but actually not that different. So let's see what this does. Okay. Oh, that makes notes. And plays them. Okay. And we have a piano here. Okay, I actually did a fanfare. Alright, so let's see. I think we had a book. It's a bit annoying that if you're zoomed in like that on a spot, you can't call up the photo album. So I think, yes, here. One of the books had notes marked. So the first one is the second, so the last black one of the octave. Yeah, that looks like the right note. I'm sorry you can't... Due to the ducking, you can probably only hear me and barely hear the notes. And same for me, by the way. Okay. The next one was... 2 is this one. So on the second 3... Second white one. Okay, you can probably, since you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so I guess the marks on the left are the black ones, and the marks on the right are probably the white ones. Is the old game like that as well? Oh, okay. So the old game doesn't have these marks. So it's actually, even if you're not musical, you can just, you know, count the marks on the keys and go, okay, the left marks, 3 of the left marks, and then 2 of the white ones next to it. Okay, so the third in the photo album is the first of the second 3. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So probably this one. Interesting. Oh, no, wait, I looked wrong. The right marks are the black ones. The left marks are the white ones, probably. Looks like it's the same note, or rather sounds like. Photo album. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 and 5 are the second of the twos, the back one and then the front one. Excuse me. What do tone deaf people do? Oh, they count the marks, got it. Yeah, luckily they changed that for the new version. Malarkey encouraged. Hello, didn't see you there. Hi, how's it going? You're glad you're not the only one who hummed through this bit. Yeah, kind of have to. Okay. I mean, many games have colorblind modes. Why not tone deaf mode? Yeah. Okay, let's see. That is this one and then this one, I guess. So that should be it. Nope. This one sounds a little odd, but... Okay, let's look at the photo album again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait, I've forgotten how the melody looks again. It's because it's sideways. Somehow that screws with my brain. So it's the second of the two. Why doesn't it work? Huh. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Wait, that should be... Wait, the first one was a blank. Yeah, so 2, and that's the second of the 2. No, wait, the first one was a white one. And then... In the newer releases, they added sound captions. It really simplified the puzzle a lot. That's a good point. I should probably turn those back on. I think I found those captions like they were giving me too many. Wait, but I want to listen to it first. Let's remember. So, oh no. So 1 is a black one. Then comes a white one right after the next black one. So that's the second of the black ones. Then a white one right after a black one should be this one. Huh. And here I thought I was good at music. Okay, that's 2 black ones again. So that one should be right. So that's that one, then that one. Oh wait, and this one has to be the black one right next to it, right? Somehow the melodies keep sounding right for me. It's the general harmony. Sometimes they do hint a bit too much, but it's here if you get stuck. Yeah. But in this case, I want to try some more. And we'll still have to do that on the old one as well. So 4, 5. So the second one of the 2s, then the white one and the black one on the second 3. So, oh wait, this is an octave wrong, isn't it? Second one on the 2s. I think we're getting closer. I think I should take a screenshot or something of this so I have it handy. Whoops. Well, I guess that works as well. Didn't mean to take a screenshot of the entire thing. And gotta save that note. Okay. Let's see. Myst. Generator buttons. Oh, actually, we finished that. So sketch. All right, now I have the piano over there, Actually, let me just do a little bit of editing. Crop it to only the piano. Alright, and now rotate right 90 degrees. That looks much nicer. Alright, and now let's go here again and check that out. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That note is right. Oh, and then of these three, it's that one, right? And then this one is the second of these. No, wait, not the second, the first of the three. And then these are the two. Yeah, now it should be right. Yes. Okay, and we found a new book with a spaceship. Ooh, and some weird television tower. And lots of fog. I think I mentioned that before. I think when we ended up in... oops, what was the place called? Malaki, thanks for the celebration. When I was your age, we drew our Myst maps on paper. No fancy screenshots, and we were happy. Yeah, true. Which reminds me, I need to dig up a screenshot from the old game of this book page. Let's see. Myst walkthrough, not stone ship, what was it? Piano or organ, I don't know. Spaceship Age is what it's called, apparently. Channel Wood, spaceship. Noted from the library book. Yeah, of course this solution doesn't say what the library... Okay, let's just go out and check the library book again. We can do this. Let's zoom in the old game again, so we have that. That was totally you. You were upset when you got the CDs secondhand in '96 and it didn't come with a journal for notes. Oh, there was actually a journal in the manual? I'm trying to remember. It could be that there were like some leftover pages at the back with like empty lines. But I think we just used, you know, like regular checkerboard paper. Let's see, which book is the spaceship? Ah, here, okay. Okay, yeah, this is a different one. So, Windows Shift S. And snip the book. And now Let's go into Paint and rotate right 90 degrees. Oops. Okay, that should be good enough. The CD set came with a booklet. Your copy was lacking that in the book. Okay. Yeah, I don't really remember what my copy had, but it might also have been different in the German version at the time. I had the original Mac version came bundled with my computer. And I remember that there was like a little booklet with it. Quite a thin one. But I'm not sure if there was like any journaling space in there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this jumps around a lot more than the randomized solution we got. All right. Let's go back out and do the spaceship thing. Do the spaceship. Do. All right, and now I guess I have to just count the steps. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to count every key alternating between black and white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the first one. Oh, and I should probably turn on the audio in the old game. So let's see, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. And now 11 and 2. Oh no, wait, I counted the wrong one. I did the new game solution. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 8, 7, 6 would be no. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 would be 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright. And now 3 is 21, 22, 23. And now we need 4, and 4 is the first one. The first one plus... No, wait. 4 is the first one plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the fifth one is the first one minus 2. Alright, let's hope I got that right. First try! I guess that's how you can do it even if you don't know melodies. You have to know that the black and white, that you can just count the keys based on their horizontal position. And then count how many of those we have here. Okay. These rocks look very interesting. It's interesting how they're static. Alright, switch back into the new game. This time I didn't forget. But yeah, I love how different and how the same these two versions of the game are now. It's like a lot of it is just, you know, it feels like you remember it, even if it's not the same in detail. And some of the changes they did, I mean, some I guess take out the magic. Like, you know, here, as you see, we have a real book that's just inside this box. Whereas in the original game, the book was digital inside this globe. So that's interesting. Oh wait, is there something we can do here? No. In the old one, we can't like use this lever anymore, and the other sliders are gone. Oh, and apparently I forgot to return a blue page. Oh, this is oh well, I guess I forgot to. Maybe I wasn't quite in the same save state. Oh well, I'll figure it out. I guess I think I can just drop a page. So I can pick up the one here, and then we can try and see. And I might have to pick up the one in the previous age some other time. Okay, let's do the same here. I'll be right back. Did I really forget to grab my water before starting the stream, so now that I'm out of orange juice. It's interesting that now they just removed the entire slider panel. That makes a lot more sense, I guess. Oh, and there's a switch. That's a kind of a nice moment. Since this door isn't quite as obviously a door, and is not open right away. I guess they probably did that so they could take some more time loading the outside world. So that, you know, you still have to turn around and push the button to see the world outside. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous update. Let's see how that looked in the old one. look pretty nice. It's also very foggy. Alright. It's interesting, it feels a little smaller here. As in the old game, you know, like here you see, this is the same spot as we have open in the old game now. And in the old game there's kind of this cleft for a few extra steps. And, whoops. I didn't want to take a photo, but okay. I just instinctively tried to jump again. That will be the one thing that will unify all the versions. All the new Myst games will be, no matter which one you play, you will try to jump using space. Alright, this looks pretty. Let's see how this here looks. It's interesting that the stuff on the left, the map is, I think, quite different. Ah, I guess this is supposed to be roughly the same. Yeah, I guess it's much less weird. And here is the spot with these trees. Okay. Yeah, so they've rearranged some of that stuff. Ooh, there's a clock tower. Alright, let's just try to go up here then. Oh, this looks pretty nice. The water feels a little... I mean, you can see it's just two animated textures on top of each other, basically. Or maybe 3 or 4, I don't know, but it feels... like from a distance it looks okay with the waves, but looking down at it like this doesn't really look like water anymore. I mean, you know, like for a game like this you can't expect Sea of Thieves level water. And I mean, you know, in general the water in this game looks good. And it's a lot better than the water in the original. So that's good. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. Let me just see if I know I didn't miss anything in chat. I think good. It clipped the last message for some reason. Okay, this is a nice little forest with some wind, I guess. Oh, with some water. And a microphone. And a blue page. Okay, we turned on water. Whatever that does. Oh, does that broadcast? Whoops. Broadcast to that tower, I guess. So let's go up here. Also interesting. It's kind of arranged differently. I should probably turn that off. Okay, and there's a button here that switches on the water. And the blue page is also here. Okay. Oh, but this is so much nicer than in the original game. Seriously, I love this. Because yeah, I didn't think this corner would feel like such an improvement, but it's just, you know, it's just so natural to walk around in here that you're just going, yeah, I'm walking through a nice little forest in a foggy world. So I'm suspecting that these were... I don't remember that much about this level. The only thing I remember is that there's a lot of sound stuff going on here. And since it's... I think this is the last age, so... Whoa, what's this? Ooh, wow. That's a nice touch, this broken railing so you can look down and see that there's actual flames down there. Alright. So I'm thinking these are like the marker switches and you have to turn them all on to be able to use them. And I remember this clock sound that somehow has burned itself into my brain. Hello, Malaki. Thank you for the follow. Oh, yeah. I mean, hello is probably a little late. We've already talked. But thanks for the follow anyway. Ah, this is nice. I want to take a vacation here. Okay, that's apparently a singing crystal. Oh. Alright, I guess I should follow this. Go back in the old game. Let's switch to the old game for a moment. Please remind me if I forget to switch back again. Yeah, so there's a lot more unnecessary walking, I guess, in this level in the original. Let's see, how does this sound in the original? Yeah, you hear that? Ah, and you look down sideways and you can see the fire. I kind of like the bug that this mobile version of Myst has with the animation. Wait, where is it? That you can kind of see the box around the movies, because it makes it so much more recognizable how the game actually works. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's like a line going through the fire at the top that disappears and reappears occasionally. And there's also one at the left and the bottom. The one at the right is probably... yeah, I think you can just barely see it, probably. I don't know. It's just like thin line where it didn't quite position the movie right. Anyway, turn on the fire recorder. Turn on the clock recorder. And it's much more like here, you know, they can afford to make it much more natural scenery. Make it wider and you can walk here on the side or on the other side. So they just put it like in one big square. Whereas the original, this is, you know, a lot more distance to travel. I guess these are supposed to be these crystals, okay. They look a lot weirder in the old version. I guess they kind of had to use the colors they had. But yeah, it's the same. Okay, and there's a red page, but we can't take that with us. In the old game, we'll just have to remember that it's there. Whereas in the new game, we can just grab it. Alright, that sounds gorgeous. Let's go to the next spot then. See what that is. This tower seems to have, yeah, that seems to have broadcast like satellite dishes or pickups. And there's a ladder. How do we get there? I guess there's a tunnel. Oh, and I guess there was a bridge, but that's broken down. Which is why we can't get over there. I guess we have to get over there somehow. Okay, that's, I guess, just the wind from the ocean coming in. And I hope we've collected all the things now. Oh, yeah, sorry, forgot to swap the picture-in-picture again. I'm so dumb. Maybe I should just give up on swapping picture-in-picture and just leave the old game in the corner because it's so low resolution that you will barely see more anyway. Whereas the big one, from that you know what to expect. Okay, so let's walk back. And it's, I like that the new game, in the new game is much more a circuit. You just walk around this circle and that's basically it. Whereas here, I guess it's just a longer circuit. Oh, I'm blind. In the old game I saw it, like I saw this ladder right in front of it, but here I just totally missed that there's the ladder. Batman. Aw, cool. Wait, did they do that in the old one as well? Wait, let's zoom in the old game. No. Weird. I could have sworn they had the bats here. Oh, okay, we have light switches on both sides. That's nice. Alright, let's go back into the new game. Oh, maybe... I think the bats were in new Myst already? In real Myst? Because they seem familiar to me. I think I've seen those before. So I think they were just not in the original game. Although, you know, you can look after them. Okay. Uh-huh. Let's go to the same spot in the old game. Alright, and let's turn off the audio in the old game for a second. So, I think you can zoom in on them here, so I guess I can search for the wind. Okay. Just have to find... And that's nice. They have... You see these waveforms at the bottom? They basically show you, okay, you've caught the signal. Okay, so now let's find the water. And the old game apparently didn't have this. Oh, what's this one? Sorry, I missed that you suddenly went off chatting here. How amazing would a Myst theme park be? Oh god, yeah, that would be cool. That would be, you know, a vacation. It could be like an escape room with employees resetting the puzzle after each group goes through. The old one can stay in the corner. Yeah. That would be so cool. I want to swim in the Riven Lagoon and go to the Channelwood tree houses. Oh yeah, that lagoon in Riven is gorgeous. The only problem I see is, you know, like, how do you make it, you know, make the weather, the environment feel real? But yeah, the tree houses and the lagoon would be cool. I guess the lagoon, you know, you could just make it a swimming pool and put some, you know, warm lights on top or something. Rime could be an indoor light show. Yeah, right. I hope we still get Rime here. Oh yeah, I think we found the note. You remember the note where it says like switch all the marker switches on and then one off, and then go to this one and then turn it on again or something like that. And I think that's the Rime riddle. I think it's neat that they're showing waves and then use epsilon sum in trigonometry. Yeah. Well, it's not epsilon, it's sigma, by the way. So it actually makes sense for sum and sigma. Would be practically impossible, but it's a very fun idea. Yeah. I don't know whether it would be, like, I don't know if it would be practically, you know, feasible to have you go through the puzzles. But I think it would totally work, you know, to make something roughly similar in, you know, like with like, you know, it would basically be just an amusement park, or not an amusement park, but just like a water park or something, you know, with a lot of scenery. I think you could do that fairly easily. Where you can, you know, like where there is the lagoon, which is basically just a pool and maybe a wave pool, I don't know, and you can swim there, and yeah, the you know, all those roller coasters would be basically rides. Yeah, you think it would be better as a stroll through with rides? Yeah, kind of like that. And animatronics and landscaping, yeah, kind of in that area, especially like in all the animals in Riven would be quite, you know, would be quite a bit of work, and would probably have to be, you know, animatronics or something, or even just, you know, statues, basically. That would probably be safest if you can go swimming around them or something. Although, I mean, you know, they could probably combine it, you know, imagine like a seal show with statues of the big animals from Riven. Was it called Amateria, the Riven Age with the Great Ride? I have no idea how the Riven Ages were named. Stoneship Age underwater areas could just be projected walls to make the aquarium. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would work. I mean, if you want to get fancy, I guess you could make, you know, like a revolving fountain and kind of make like water drip in some spots, so it feels you know, it feels like you're underwater and it's not quite airtight. That's the clock tower. There's the spaceship. That's probably... That's the air thing. Oh, okay. It just remembers each one. Would be nice if you would just go through. This is this one. This is that one. Have we already missed the water? I wonder what these black bars are supposed to be. That's the wind. Or the... Yeah, I went round once. Dang it. That? Ah, that was the water. It would almost have to be mostly indoors to work, and the scale would be insane. Yeah. But I guess, you know, you could probably combine it a little bit with, you know, like parks and things. Like, imagine Myst Island. You know, you could probably just make that a bit in the park with some water around it. I mean, the problem, of course, is, like, how do you make the water just disappear in fog or something? If I had buy an island money, I'd waste it all on this endeavor. Yeah, totally understandable. Okay, this is... This is the wind. We've already done the wind, right? That's the fire. So here the thing, of course, is if you can't hear this, I guess you could go by subtitles, or you could, you know, you would have to recognize, oh, this is the bridge where the fire was. Okay, now clock tower. It should be hereabouts, yeah. Alright. This should actually be close to where it should be, hmm? Okay. Now we have wind, singing crystals, clock tower, fire pit, dripping water. And now we hit the zoom button, I guess? Allegedly, Disney contacted Rand Miller with plans for turning a Disney park into an off-brand Myst-like park, but it never happened. Oh, really? I never heard that. But that's the kind of money you'd need to pull it off. If they couldn't do it, no one can. Well, the question is whether Disney was not able to do it, or whether, you know, the Millers kind of didn't, you know, like the terms or something. Disney's not known for being super generous, or whether it just took too long to pull off, and Myst had kind of declined from popularity enough that it wasn't worth it anymore. Okay, I think I should have paid attention there. So I think the order it does is important here. What was that? Wind? Yeah. Wind, crystal, clock, water, fire. Wind, crystal, clock, water, fire. So it's wind, crystal, clock, water, fire. Okay, and now if I had not forgotten to explore that spot at the start, you would know what this is for. So that was again me playing a little backwards because I vaguely remembered some things. But anyway, we found a solution to something. There's nothing else to do here. And if we go back to the start, there was a door that we hadn't checked out yet. Wind. Crystal. Dang it, I forgot what order they were in. Like, I know it was like... I thought the buttons here would be the same... But of course they're not. This is, by the way, different in the old game a little bit as well. Okay, let's go back. Have another look at this. Oh, this game feels so good in 3D, you know, because you have the direction like in your muscle memory. You just know where to go, whereas in the other one it was always, damn it, I forgot which of the 15 turns comes next. Alright, I think we'll have to do a screenshot of this one. Wind crystal clock was the one I forgot. And then water fire. Alright, I guess... Yeah, clock, water. You remembered it. Okay, sorry. I just blanked at the moment there. Alright, let's go back to that start spot. But it's interesting how some things in this game have become more mechanical, but they've also they've taken a lot of the 80s out of the designs and kind of gone more 60s, which is interesting. Alright, so let's go to the old game and do the same thing we did. Alright, so first we have to find the water. Hello? Huh. That's the clock tower, I think. I think it detects... That should be wind. Yeah, okay. We're back at the clock tower. Okay, somehow I must have missed water. I heard some of it. Wait, maybe let's do the new game first before I forget the pattern. Okay, what was it? Here. So wind, crystal, clock, water, fire. Wind, crystal, clock. So wind, crystal, clock, water, I think that's the fire. Yes, it worked. Alright, so let's pause here and then go back. And now we need to try to find water. This old audio with all the static sounds horrible. It's not that it sounds bad or unrealistic, but just hurts my ears, you know? Was that wind? I thought that would be water for sure. Ah, I think this is water. But I can't hear anything. Water. Let's go for the clock tower first, I think. Okay, that works. And it's nice that they show the button gets yellow when you're close. Okay, let's see, can we see the crystals somewhere? so finicky to control. There's a lot of these touch and hold controls in the original version that I think might just be too fast these days. Close. Come on. Okay. That's wind. Is that already close? This is just like, you know the solution, but it's just so finicky. Alright, let's keep going here. Try to find... And it's also, the graphics are so low resolution. And with all the static. Ah, that's the wind, okay. Right. I think I'll have to note the numbers to do this correctly. This will be annoying. Okay. Okay, the fire pit. This one. Nope. Would be annoying if I had forgotten to turn one on. Oh, that sounds good. Alright, let's... Alright. And the water. Smoke on the water, fire in the skies. Was there anything? It's always so fast to swap over this one. I wonder how they did this, if this is one movie that kind of, you know, turns around once and they just jump to a second location or something. I should probably have investigated that puzzle more. Do 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 do. I still think this should be the water. Let's see. This is the fire. This is the clock. This is the crystals. Oh, and this is the wind where I think the water should be. So that's definitely not it. And I think these stairs, that's the fire. Okay. Then comes the clock tower. Yeah, so the new UI is definitely so much more convenient. That's the wind, yeah. Then where is the water? I must be skipping over something, and the static is making my eyes hurt. I think I'm hearing water somewhere, but dang it if I could. I can't find it. Okay, I think I'm checking a solution now and seeing if it lists, because I can't. And my eyes are really starting to hurt from staring at this static for so long. And I mean, I know what to... Oh, thank you, room 215. Oh. Important stretching time. Thank you. Of course, this solution doesn't tell you. It would be nice. Oh, and the spaceship age is apparently called Selenitic Age. Great. None of them actually shows like the partial solution I'm interested in. Huh. Like, I would just like to know, like, how does the spot look? And it's supposed to blink. Because Selene is the moon. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a moon crater-like area. You know what? I'll go back to check if I forgot to turn on the button for the water. Maybe that's why it's not working. If I can find the spot where the water was. That's where we came from. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Atris? Do 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 do. I hear water. Is that maybe here? No, that's the crystals. That's the clock. Now you see what I mean? It's just so easy to get turned around. You hear water somewhere? That's the fire thing, okay. And behind the fire thing, a bit on the left, is the water. And it's on. Yeah. So, I'm not too wrong. So let's try to make our way back. Let's see if we can get there. But so if you ever wondered whether you should play the remake or the original, definitely play the remake. The original is a great game for its time, but there are just things like this where you just get stuck. Okay, let's see. Wait, we want the fire pit is at 130. Ah, now we've got it. It's near there. It's like you walk around the fire pit seen from here, I guess. Alright, finally we've got it. Thanks, Drunk Uncle Smitty, for another... Well, not a stretch, but a posture check. Yeah, it's because the iPad is in front of me, it's kind of easy to be hunched over and be showing you the shiny, shiny back of my head. Alright, so now we should have these. So now I think it's time for me to take a quick note. you won't see that captured, but it's fine. So water is 153.4 and fire is 130.3 and clock is 55.6 and crystal is 15 and wind is 212.2. You need a good shave. Ladies love being lady love is being blinded. Okay, yeah, that all right. Well, hey, it's shiny. I have very interesting lighting today. Don't know what I did for that to happen. But I'm slightly tired, so I'm not gonna spend time trying to fix it today. Because, you know, my face is not really the most interesting part, and, well, my facial expressions are reasonably visible. When I'm not, you know, like, buried down like this. At least. Alright. Oh. Thank you, Gotcha Man, for subscription. Thank you. Oh, Drunk Uncle Smitty is gifting subscriptions. Thank you. And that's out of, on top of the 5 you gave previously. Thank you very much. Don't think you ever completed this game as a kid. Yeah, of course I forgot the most important part and already went back instead of actually triggering the machine up there. So let's go back. I've just noted. Okay. This is, I would say the Selenitic Age is basically the most difficult. Oh, and Room 215 got one of the gift subs. That's good. That's well deserved. Always showing up here and doing the stretch redeems. It's appreciated. Okay, and now we finally press the sum button and get the order. Crystal, water, fire, clock, wind. Crystal, water, fire, clock, wind. Let's try that again. Okay, it's wind, fire, clock, and it just ends on wind again. Alright. So now we'll go back and try to catch up with the new game by going into the door and showing you how weird that new door is. Luckily you can't see me frantically tapping and nothing happen. At least mostly. In the old game. No, don't walk back. This is kind of the... Like, it's so easy in some of these spots to, like, tap completely the wrong location or not find any location to tap. Alright, and now we're finally at that door. Ah, actually, I didn't need the numbers, but okay. It's funny, by the way, to hear what sounds are in here. Some are just very similar. You know, you can tell that some of these sounds were made to make you think that it's the clock and things like that. Okay, a train horn. And some kind of pump. I think that's the crystal. That's the water, I guess. That's the wind. I think that's already right. Now we need fire. That's the fire. And now the clock. I think this should be it. Let's see if it works. Yes, it did. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I completed it as a kid, but I had help, like, you know, siblings sitting in front of the computer and playing together. So that helped a lot. I'm not sure I would have finished it alone. It's just everyone spots something. This looks very weird, very mechanical. I barely remember this entryway. I remember what comes next, but not this. Okay. So... And I'm pretty sure we brute forced this puzzle basically and just tried to map out everything. Whereas by now I know the solution here. Alright, so it's kind of a clever solution, especially coming from the start. But let's try to do that with the new game. This looks a lot nicer, you know, it's a lot more just, well, built something into a cave. Where the previous look of this, so it fits much more. I think that's what a lot of the updates in the new Myst also did. They kind of made all the different locations a bit more consistent with each other. I mean, this reminds me a bit of like Star Wars Falling Order. I expect to be able to jump against the walls and kind of wall ride and things like that. Somehow you also remember these graphics to be photorealistic and not as old-fashioned. Funny, yeah. It was so much more photorealistic than what came before. So you can switch between the remaster and original mid-game. No, I'm playing both at the same time. Like you see, I have in the corner, I have a screen and I just have a button on my Stream Deck that lets me switch between the two. Because the original is basically a slideshow, so it's static images, and you can just turn around by whatever they intended. It's all pre-rendered 2D. Like, they used the 3D program to pre-render certain views of each thing, and then sometimes they put little movies on top of part of the picture for things that move. But the new version is just the new version, which is made in Unreal, I think. Hey. I just walked back a step and it immediately closed again. Bugger. Okay, let's look if there's anything interesting here. Oh, you can just see the backside of this thing, apparently. Which, you know, I mean, it's a fancy ship. And there are magnetic thingamajigs everywhere. Uh-huh. Let's do a short comparison with the old one. Oh, and I should probably, well, I guess while I'm showing the old game for a moment, the old game looks a lot dark forces, very dark forces. So it's basically, it's still the same room, it's just that I don't think... Oh no, you can actually walk around it in the old version. Ah, okay, it just... This is again the problem with the old version. You don't know how far you walk. And it's like 5 or so steps around the entire thing. So it's easy to think, like, why am I going backwards now? And in the new version, of course, you don't have that problem. But it's also, the magnets are also, the electromagnets are a lot clearer. Like here they look basically like motors. But in the old game, I mean, they just look like tiny cans, basically, with a bit of copper on it. Okay. So this will be interesting. How will this work? Let's go back inside, I guess. Can I see? No, we can't look backwards. We can just look to the door or to the exit. Okay, so let's sit down. But here we can look around. There's just not much interesting to look at back here. Let's be safe and close the door. And there's no chair anymore. Bugger! Another chair has fallen to the whims of, what are they called? To the whims of the VR people who do not like bending over in VR. That's high-level gaming right there. 2 games at once. Yeah. It was, luckily I bought the original Myst back when the mobile version came out. So I have my iPad sitting in front of me to play the old game on. And the PC, of course, for the new version. Alright. The controls are slightly different. I mean, they, you know, like the controls in the old game look a bit ridiculous. Like this big forward, backtrack. And then left and right arrows and a red button. And they moved the red button, apparently. Ah, and the thing on the right in the old game is the one at the top. Okay. So I guess the left and right arrow is the right handle, and the forward and backtrack would be that handle. Ah, okay, we push forward to go. And so this is always a compass. Okay, and so here, the thing about this puzzle you need to know or figure out. And I actually don't know how I would have figured that out, because I don't think... Like, for most of the puzzles there was a toy somewhere. And I could have sworn there was one for this, but apparently not. Oh, thanks for the host, Smitty. Adventures don't need chairs, definitely. The winds of time must show we out-evolve the need for chairs as well, yeah. And I mean also, you know, like sitting at home as much as we do, it's probably good to... You know, this is probably the standing desk for the operator, so they don't get a thrombosis or something. Okay, so here's the thing. I think there should be, somewhere early in the level, they should have left a toy that explains these controls. Because the one thing you need to know is this sound that you hear when you push that button at any one position is the one that tells you which direction to go. So in this case we're facing north and there's only one way to go, I think. Is there? Yeah, this is a dead end. This is a dead end. You know, it still goes ding, so it's not the direction you face. It's an absolute compass direction. And so ding, and I think I should make note of this, ding means north. And so now we just need to find locations where there is only one choice. So, okay, there is no north. And one more sound thing that we haven't discovered yet, but that we will in a second. So it's, the ding is not north and not east. The whoosh, or whatever it was. We came from south, so we won't be going back. So it's probably west. Yeah. Okay, what do we call this? I think I'll call that were equals west. So we still need to find east and south sounds. But that's the important thing, because here at the start... Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch back. Although I guess we can go in the old game and start as well. It's so funny how they had such small movie sizes that they had to make everything a tiny window that you look through. Okay, and the old game goes ping as well, so that's definitely north. So let's go forward here too. Okay, and the whir is west as well, I think. So west would be left, right? Yes. So we're in the, and now it tells us north. Okay, let's go back to the big new game and head west. So I think this one isn't randomized. Oh no, actually it is. Because now we have a different location. Okay, so let's just keep doing this. Oh, still west. And when we originally played this, we didn't notice these sounds at all. Or at least I didn't, and so we had no idea how to get through this. Okay, so it's turned us north. There's another west-facing thing. Okay, and now head back north. Now we just need to find a spot. Okay, so that's north and a pff sound. So let's see. Northwest is a thing, but we know west is were. Okay, so it can't be northwest. So that sound has to be northeast. So we know now east is pff, or something like that. Luckily the sounds are the same. And that's just east, I guess. And there is actually somewhere to head there, yeah. That's a good way to verify if you did it right. Is, okay, keep heading north. Is if there is a way in the direction you think you should be going. If there's a dead end, then you've done something wrong. Okay, that's again northeast. And that's east and clunk. And we haven't heard clunk yet, so that must be south. So that has to be southeast. I'm, by the way, peeking. Okay, that was pff, which is east and still southeast, I guess. Like every time I say which direction, I'm actually looking them up on my notes. You just can't see them on stream. This is such a fancy roller coaster. Ooh, that looks like we made it. We're at the platform. Yes. All right. Now let's do a switch back and do the same with the old game. Okay. Ding is north. Wait. Oh, and we're pointing west. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong direction. Okay, north. Yeah, and now forward. They updated the sounds nicely in the new version. Would be east, I think. I don't even remember how I found out how this puzzle worked. Whether one of us looked it up or something. Okay, that's more east. Clunk, that's south. Basically, the only time you know that one of the times you definitely know that you're wrong is either if the direction you want to go is a dead end, or if the direction you want to go is the direction you came from. Because that should never happen. So, like, if I'm east facing, like I just was, and suddenly it tells me to go west, then either I've gone down a dead end, so I went the wrong direction at that point, or you know, something must have gone wrong, or my decoding of the directions is wrong. Clunk, so that's south again. I'm so glad they updated the controls. That's where, that's west. Yeah. And you know, this is actually a really clever and fun puzzle. But I'm kind of surprised that they didn't add a toy anywhere for this. That was Clunk and Wurs, so southwest. Oh, wrong way. Forward until dawn. You thought it was about the red lights above the tracks. Ah, okay. that's west. They should have a map that builds as you go. Well, I actually think having a map would kind of lead people to trying to use the wrong solution. Like, the fact that you don't have a map should kind of be your indicator that there's a smart way to solve this. I think one thing I remember is I think I thought that like the ding sound meant you're on the wrong way or on the right way or something like that. I think that was one of my old ones. But, you know, like personally I would just say, you know, they should have just put a toy somewhere in this world, you know, from Cirrus or Akinar or something that you know, makes the sound depending on what direction it's pointed in. Like, give me a compass with a button and have it play the right sound, something like that. And that way you play with the toy first and go like, oh, it's just each direction has a sound. That would have been a nice update for the new game, I think. Where is west? Okay, so forward again. That's southwest, I think. That's... oh no, wait, that's ding. And we're... so it's northwest. Okay. If there's one thing why I regret having played the mobile version, it's that little green arrow in the upper right. It's the, you know, skip this cutscene. Okay, that's and ding, so northeast. Oh wait, wrong direction again. And also, what's a bit annoying about this puzzle is just you don't have an idea kind of when you're on the right track. North. Do 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 do. But I don't know what would be a good toy to learn sounds associated with compass directions. That was pf and clunk, so southeast. Is that here? No, other way. I hope I'm not getting any wrong here. I'd hate to have to do this much longer. Oh, this looks good. Yes. We're there. And this again looks like the entry area with these weird wall textures that look very Star Wars. And there's our book back home. Alright, so let's see how this looks in the future. Oh, that's a nice touch. Wait, let's see how this looks. Oh, this is gorgeous as well. I mean, it's nice that it gets darker here as well. You could even look inside. Oh, that's nice. But it's a nice touch here that they put the crystals here to make it a little more interesting. Because that's, you know, that's a part. We found these crystals on this world and lots of rocks. And I guess for Selenitic, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. Oh my. And this looks very fancy as well. So that's basically the same lava activity that gave us the fire. So basically they went and gave us most of the different sounds that we looked at. And again, of course, the linking books in the new version now show where you're going. So we're good, and we can go back. Locks you from moving while this animation happens. It's very disconcerting. I don't know how that would feel in VR. I guess in VR they probably don't lock you from... Well, I guess you're jumping between nodes anyway, so you don't get seasick. Alright, let's see what you have to say.
Finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude for you have amazed me. My name is Sirius. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my guilty and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are or how you came to this book. At least know something of the books. It was Father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Aknar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst Ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst Ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Acheron's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page, and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library which is mostly burned, but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158. Recreate the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
All right. Now we know that. So first thing we will do, it's the last book on the middle shelf. Well, second to last. 158. Oh, it auto-opened it for me. Okay. So we'll take a picture. And that's what happens here. Hello? How do I get it back out? That works. Now let's see what little brother has to say.
Hello, I'm Acheron. I'm glad to see that you have returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. I warn you again. He is a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. It began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded up riches for himself. While Father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forests. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn my father. But when I finally found him, there was Cirrus also talking cleverly with the lying tongue of a serpent. He convinced Father that it was I who had destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he had planned, and his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies. And so, in dying, Father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you, what I say is the truth. Release me, You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father's wrongful murder. Release me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It is the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Take only the blue page and return it quickly to me. Oh, do not touch the green book. It is a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Well, I was stuck in a book for a long time. That was not a Disney park. Yeah, one of them is too nervous and the other one too cold-blooded. Yeah, it's... I love this, that they're both... You know, like, for one, he seems kind of cold-blooded, a bit, and greedy, but, you know, sensible. And so he has all the outside markings of a trustworthy person. But then he's in the red book, and you go like, the red book, that's devil, that's evil. And he's in the blue book, which is kind of like, you know, like heaven color or whatever. But he seems so unhinged that you go like, I don't know. And also there's like swords on it, so it's like, is he the violent guy? And this is kind of like a son or something, so he seems to be more... You know, like, you don't really know whom to trust there. It's very well done. It's your choice. All right. I guess we should go through in the old. Wait, was I in picture all the time? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, well, never mind. We're in the old book now. In the old game now, so I can leave it there. Let's listen to him here.
My friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced Cyrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. Innocent bystander. I've been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. And you have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds. Gruesome plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Just please. A liar. All in a liar. Must not be free. The remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
So of course this was the previous message, because as you remember, I didn't actually return his page from the previous age. I still had it in my pocket and then dropped it. So Which one was the previous age? Was that stone ship? I think that's the only thing it could have been. Well, yeah, I guess we should go back. So, you didn't want to see the newfangled CGI faces anyway? Okay. Well, anyway, what I'm thinking now is it's long overdue for our little break, and this is a good cliffhanger moment for, hey, do you want to see the ending? But also, we can seize the opportunity to go back in the previous age and grab Akinar's missing page so that we get to play the ending in the old game as well. So I'll be right back, and you know, you're free to get up, stretch, and then we'll be back in a moment. And it looks like we'll be finishing Myst tonight. See you in a moment.
So close.
After sparrows 3 times call, after gull does 3 times fall, come maiden, mistress, mouse and hen, come fisher, farmer, frog and wren, or something like that. Hush a by and don't be a fright, Mama will sing through all the night, many an hour before morning sun. Don't dream of horror yet to come.
You know, they're okay. Like, the cheese is probably the most useful and my most favorite of those because it's just, you know, like, it's an actual object that you can sort of recognize until you look at it too long and then you go like, is it a skull, like, lying or something? I didn't notice the boxing glove here. That's a nice detail, by the way.
This might come in handy.
Don't do that again.
I like that, you know, he just, like, if he has to walk past Max, he just throws him up in the air. You know, it's both, like, a fun characterization of these characters and of, you know, like, how recklessly they, like, you know, Max is basically treated in all these games.
Get a nice view of these icy cold ranges and the northern lights. Yeah. So where's Dr. Goodnight? Upstairs, apparently. Good night, sleep tight, and when you dream of bees, not the bees. No, wait, wrong movie. And so I went like, well, you know, if I want to do something fancy like, you know, being able to go here and then say, hey, this is important, like some streamers do it, then I can do that. And can probably do that better. Like right now, this is all using the 1080p webcam, and what I've basically done is I just, like, you know, pulled it larger. You know, so it gets more pixelated and more fuzzy. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark. And I wonder how that works, like whether it was just that, the kind of people, that being outside of town kind of protected them from, I don't know if they, took apart a body to see out how it worked, that then nobody would, see them do it, and that way, ignorance is bliss. Or if it's more about, having, being near the forest. Oh no, it keeps following Basim.
Need to cloak myself.
Which will make the stealthing here a lot funnier.
I prefer to work in the shadows.
Well, you apparently prefer to cooperate with a horse. What the fuck? Okay.
What do you see?
Alrighty then. It seems to be a stream. Come on. Show me I have audio.